guys, I just got back from a dog walk with 3 dogs, a little exhausting, but I just wanted to show you the patio. I got back and I noticed all the boxes are just so beautiful and the color is amazing. And I thought, you know, it's been a little bit since I've shown you kind of where we're at. I showed you the planting process and a little bit of the growing, but they've just really grown upward, outward, and are more colorful and just beautiful. So a few people that have come over lately have said, oh wow, what beautiful color you have going on in the backyard. And I think it's neat that it's done with pots because it shows you can really do it anywhere. If you're in an apartment, in the city, wherever you're at, you can just pop some color into some beautiful boxes. Let's take a quick look around the garden to see what's grown. These hot pink geraniums have gone crazy. This is quite a large container. It's at least 1.5 feet tall, if not 2 feet tall. And then the flowers go on from there at least a foot and really wide, beautiful. The basil is on fire. It's definitely growing up. I'm having to pinch off the flowers on top to keep the growth going. So whenever I see a little flower up here, I pop it off to keep the growth going widthwise instead of heightwise. And then over here, this is nice and tall, nice and full. I've been home for about a week and I've been deadheading the geranium as they've needed to be removed stem by stem. So that does again add fullness and helps them grow really well. So let's take a peek. So these geraniums, while I was gone, as I said before, grew tremendously. They're just really tall. I'm not sure if you could tell from this. Is a very large pot. So like this is my finger. I'm not sure if you can see the perspective. They're full and beautiful, but they need some love. So things like this need to come off, right? So that these blooms can get more of the nutrients and grow. And they really do grow better. It's kind of like getting your hair trimmed. You get it trimmed and your hair grows better. So I'm gonna go down to the base, right down here where it connects to this stem. And I'm just gonna go the opposite direction and snap it right off and get rid of it. So I'm gonna do that for all the dead ones or the ones that are dying so that we can keep it fresh and growing healthy stems of flowers. And it's kind of fun. It's a quick, easy process that's high in reward, kind of satisfying. So this one right here, this one right here, see that right there? It's half good, but as soon as they are dying, I start to remove them. Just once I saw how well it produced new flowers when I removed the old stems, I was a little more motivated to go in, a little braver to go in and take away all the dead ones. And sometimes you're so hesitant to remove them because you love the flowers. But I'm telling you, when I did this the first time, I think we had a good round of pink and then I removed all of the dead stems. And we just had green for about 4 or 5 days, maybe a week at the most. And then we had a big, big bloom. And ever since then, it's just been a constant bloom. So it's really helps the nutrients get to the other buds. So I'm just gonna go down to the base and pop it off. There's a little bumblebee right there doing his thing. And if you can see him right there. Yeah, he likes me a little bit too much. He said, don't take my flowers. Don't take my flowers. It's okay, bee. He likes this one. And this planter is doing great, nice and tall, and I'm sure if you can tell, I'm not sure if you can tell how much it's grown, but it's really grown a lot. Oh, and I caught a beautiful cardinal. We have so many cardinals and blue jays and finches, quite a few yellow finches now. And then of course, a ton of squirrels and chipmunks, but isn't he pretty? So beautiful. And then we just have hydrangea in every corner. So back here, beyond the bird feeder, this whole portion of the yard is finally filled in. Little puppies. Sophie on the left, Sadie on the right. So it's beautiful hydrangea all on the entire back of the corner. So there are beautiful hydrangea now in that entire back part of the, so there are beautiful hydrangea now in the back part of the yard. And some are hiding behind this hedge, but there are a lot of hydrangea back there as well. And then these hydrangea that popped while we were gone, they are just getting bigger and bigger. The other day when I got home, I said they were as big as my face, but now they're just massive. For instance, these down here and this one right here are so big. They're probably 2 of my faces. They're just gigantic. And I just think they're lovely. Really, really, really pretty. I have a whole bunch on my kitchen counter, and boy, when you pick a few off, there are still plenty more out here. And this planter is doing great as well. I'm gonna show you the hydrangea on the side of the house. We really don't go out here very often. It's just kind of the side of our house. But I think it's really pretty how many hydrangea are even over here. So these, again, are just enormous. I don't know if you can tell the perspective from this video, but for instance, that one right there, minimum as big as my whole head. So I pulled out a bunch to put on the kitchen counter. This is my second batch since getting home. You're kind of spoiled when you have this many because you can keep them really fresh and loaded up. So again, they're just heaping all over. I try to get the ones that are laying low, but I also grabbed some that were leaning up against the house. But anyway, this is a huge area. I'm not sure if I back up, if you can kind of tell. But that's quite a large area. So it's really fun to have those as well. Right, buddy? Don't you love the flowers? Another little leftover plant that we put in there. Oh, and I caught a beautiful cardinal. We have so many cardinals and blue jays and finches, quite a few yellow finches now. And then of course, a ton of squirrels and chipmunks. But isn't he pretty? So beautiful. So we had purple iris in the spring and early summer, and now we have these beautiful purple flowers. So I love that it's kind of an evolving garden. We do have somebody coming out to trim these hedges. I'm going to keep the rounded look, but I definitely need to get them trimmed up a little bit to get a little bit of shape going. And here the hedges are being trimmed up. They are beautiful. They're keeping that rounded look, which I love, especially below the rounded bay window. And it allows the purple to pop up and show a little bit also. So that's really pretty. So let's go take a final look around the yard. Now that the hedges have been trimmed, there's gonna be a little bit of noise. I think yard work is going on all around the neighborhood, but we have this beautiful entrance. We have the trimmed hedges. Look how much better they look. And now you can see the purple. I'm sure when they put these shrubs in initially, they were a lot lower than these iris and these purple flowers. I'm actually not sure what those flowers are, but they're really pretty. I need to figure out what those are. And over here, everything is nice and tidy, although there are pillows up because of the rain, which is so good for all of our grass and hedges. We needed it really badly. And they tidied up these hedges, so it looks great. All nice and tidy, trimmed up. All of those points, these are turning purple. And we're gonna have a bunch of purple flowers. It's really pretty. These did not do great. They thickened up and got nice and green, but the pink flowers went away and didn't come back. I think I would try another plant next year. This one dried up a little bit while I was away, but the boxwood, they're filling in nicely, just slowly but surely. This probably takes a while to get them full and rounded before we can groom them too much. But this plant went nuts. I don't know if you remember a show before where it was just peeking over the edge, but it grew so fast. And this tree against the house is bearing fruit. We're so excited. Tell me if you know what these are. I don't know if they're figs or pears. I don't think they're apples. They're little guys. They look a little bit bigger than they actually are. So we're all tidied up, ready to continue our summer fun. If you found this useful and you enjoyed this episode, please like and subscribe to How to Live Life Beautifully and follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. So that wraps up our quick walk around the garden. Thanks for joining me. Please like and subscribe to How to Live Life Beautifully and come back often for more videos like this. Say bye-bye. Bye.